Viewers, the Karnataka Chief Minister and his deputy were summoned to Delhi by the High Command after the Stampede in Bengaluru. While indications were that the High Command sought answers on the Stampede, the Chief Minister and the Deputy CM came out of the meeting to announce something completely different, that the government will redo the caste survey in Karnataka. Remember, this caste survey had been conducted in the state back in 2015, but it has been mired in controversy with the politically dominant Vokkaligas and Lingayats opposing the survey report. The Deputy Chief Minister himself had also flagged up issues, saying it had been conducted in an unscientific manner. Now the state government says that the entire survey will be redone within 90 days.
Survey matra, jati survey matra. In principle, the report is accepted. Jati ganati report in principle it is accepted. ಆದರೆ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಹಳೆ 2015-16ರಲ್ಲಿ ಎನ್ಯುಮರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಹೊಸ ಎನ್ಯುಮರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅವರ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ. ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಒಬ್ಬರು ಈಗ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಎಸ್ಸಿ ಎಳೆದು ಸರ್ವೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಂಬರ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಎನ್ಯುಮರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಸರ್ವೆ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ. ಈಗ 60 ದಿನನ 70 ದಿನನ 90 ದಿನದೊಳಗಡೆ ಸರ್ವೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು.
There was some lot of problems on the numbers of on the caste which has been declared. So we will give an opportunity. The party has directed my Chief Minister and us to see that we give an opportunity to every section of the society. Once again, they will be given an opportunity of 60 or 90 days. My Chief Minister will announce the date because we have to work out. A lot of officials will be involved in this process.
Remember, this caste census report was not made public by the government. Sources said that the survey report had pegged the scheduled castes at 18.27%. It garnered some controversy over the sharp rise in the Muslim population. The caste census report allegedly pegged the Muslim population at 12.87%. The population of the politically dominant Lingayats and Vokkaligas had been reduced significantly, showing just 11.09% and 10.31% representation respectively. The survey report indicated Kurubas that account for 7.31% and the Brahmin community at 2.61%. Now here's why the Lingayats had been upset about this survey. The community was upset that the subcastes were added in the category of Dalits, which showed their underrepresentation. The Vokkaligas were upset, calling it as unscientific data. Now, the Bharatiya Janata Party has asked how will the survey be conducted, calling it a waste of taxpayers' money in conducting surveys without any plan.
In one hand, we welcome it, but at the same time, this power which was with the cabinet, now the entire system is being taken away by the ATM Sarkara of the Delhi. K.C. Venugopal comes and announces that we are not going to make this caste census public. I just don't understand. It's not a political or a party activity, it's a government activity.
Now, the Congress has hit back at the BJP, accusing it of politicizing the issue without any basis.
Till yesterday, what were they talking about the census which is conducted in 2015 by Siddaramaiah's government? They were against it and they said the report is not all right. They were saying that it is unscientific. They were the one who were saying that to set aside the report. And why are they talking like this? When we listen to the opposition parties, when we listen to the people of the Karnataka, and the High Command gives some guidelines to say that you have to take people into more confidence because that report was 10 years old. Technically, it will be questioned in the court of law. And why don't you redo it in such a way? Taking people into confidence is to be welcomed. Rather than that, they're doing politics of it. BJP is making politics in everything what is available.
निश्चित तौर पर मेरे ख्याल से बीजेपी ने पैटर्न किया है कि 2021 में जाति जनगणना और गणना देश की हो जानी चाहिए थी, वो नहीं कराई। इसका मतलब 4 साल जाति जनगणना और गणना न कराकर बीजेपी की सरकार ने देश का बहुत सारा पैसा बचा लिया है। तो इस तरह की सारी योजनाओं को बंद कर दिया जाना चाहिए, जिससे कि बीजेपी पूरे देश की आर्थिक व्यवस्था का पैसा बचा के आरएसएस और अपने पूंजीपतियों मित्रों को दे सके। क्या ये कहना चाहती बीजेपी? क्या टैक्स पेयर का पैसा है, टैक्स पेयर के ही काम आ रहा है।
My colleague Imran joins us with more on this. Imran, a political war of words now erupting on this particular caste survey being redone by the Congress government in Karnataka. The BJP is saying that they're wasting the taxpayers' money, but the Congress adamant that this will only help the communities, specifically the Lingayats and Vokkaligas, in making sure that they are satisfied with the kind of findings that come in this fresh survey.
Well, absolutely. Congress is not calling it as caste survey. They're calling it as a socio-economic impact of communities, and also the caste census is part of it. While earlier the report which led to controversy, where many of the dominant communities, especially Vokkaligas and Lingayats, raised objections saying that the community has been misrepresented and the numbers have been shown under what the actual numbers are. In fact, leading against this report was the Congress ministers themselves. MB Patil said that the Lingayats have been grossly misrepresented. Their population is much more than what is actually shown in the survey, and including Shamnu Shivshankarappa, a senior leader of the Congress party, and also DK Shivkumar, when Lokaligas members met them, saying that their community has been undermined and it is done politically by the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. So they said that the report is unscientific and it is not true to what actual numbers of the communities are. After criticism from various quarters, including from AICC President himself, saying that some of the Lingayat subcastes have been added into Dalit communities, and the report is doing injustice to Dalit communities. Now the Congress High Command has nudged the state government, especially the Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister, to have a relook into this entire survey. Now over this relook, the BJP is criticizing the government, saying that what their earlier statement was true, the report was unscientific, and now the resurvey will only lead to more expenditure of the public money.
Right, Imran, thanks very much for joining us at the moment, getting us those details. Viewers, let's also tell you more about this unscientific data that, the Congress is talking about, how the 2015 caste survey had pegged different communities at different percentages, starting with the scheduled castes, who were pegged at 18.27% by the 2015 survey. The scheduled tribes were at 7.16%. The Muslim population particularly saw an increase in this caste survey that was done back in 2015. That was pegged at 12.87%. Lingayats were at 11.09%. Remember, one of the two communities who are upset with the 2015 survey are the Lingayats. The other community is the Vokkaliga community, which had been pegged at 10.31% in the earlier survey. They also want this survey to be done once again. Apart from these communities, the Kurubas were pegged at 7.31%, while the Brahmin community was the lowest at 2.61%. This is by far how the 2015 caste survey was, whatever it was found out was pegged at these different percentages for different communities. Of course, now the government saying that all of this will change because this caste survey will be redone, and that of course has led to a political war of words, with the BJP saying that when you've already done it, why are you carrying out again? Why are you wasting the taxpayers' money? Now, this is as far as this caste survey is concerned. But viewers, remember, multiple Congress governments have faced flack for their financial state. Reeling under the burden of their guarantees, it's the people of the state who bear the brunt always. The latest is Karnataka, where the government, which has been facing anger over non-payment of dues to contractors, has taken action. You think efforts have been taken to clear the dues, but that is not what has happened. What the Karnataka government has done is make their delays in payments official. Yes, the government has given the government more time to clear dues. So here's the change made to the tender documents by the government. While earlier, the tender clearly said that the government would pay the dues within 6 months of the bills being generated, it has now been modified. The tender documents now say as far as possible, obviously a vague phrase being used, certainly no timeline, no deadline given for the government. What does this mean? This means that the Siddaramaiah administration has now officially given itself the option of delaying payments to contractors who carry out public works. And it's bad news for the contractors who are already fighting the government over pending bills worth 32,000 crore rupees. The BBMP contractors are up in arms against the government over these changes, understandably so.
They are intentionally pressurizing the contractor through officials. Some culprit officials, corrupted officials, they are doing like this, and they are misguiding the government. Overall, for all departments, around 32,000 crores payments are left. And in BBMP, they are around 2,600 crores. Let us see the order copy, then we'll discuss in the meeting. Then we'll challenge in the court itself.
Now, according to the standard tender documents, viewers, in use since April 2007, departments were required to pay the contractors within 60 days of them submitting their bills. In the new order by the Finance Department, this clause has been changed. Remember, 2 other Congress-ruled states have also made similar admissions of not being able to even pay salaries on time. Now, Revanth Reddy in March, remember this year, to Sukhvinder Sukhu. The 2 chief ministers, they've admitted on record that they are facing financial troubles and they will not be able to pay salaries.
नहीं, फाइनेंशियल सर्किट डिस्टर्ब नहीं हुआ, फाइनेंशियल प्रूडेंस और फाइनेंशियल डिसिप्लिन की तरफ बढ़े हैं। ये कोई सर्कल डिस्टर्ब नहीं हुआ। जो डिपार्टमेंट्स है सरकारी विभाग, उनकी सैलरीज को हमने डेफर किया 5 तारीख को और पेंशन को डेफर किया 10 तारीख को। और जितने भी कॉरपोरेशंस, यूनिवर्सिटीज है, बिजली बोर्ड है, हाउसिंग बोर्ड है, HP, सब जितने भी कॉरपोरेशन बोर्ड है, उनकी सैलरी 1 तारीख को चलेगी। हमने जब फाइनेंशियल डिसिप्लिन लाना पड़ता है, जब इकोनॉमी में सुधार होता है, पिछले साल हमारा इकोनॉमी क्राइसिस था और हमने उस पर पकड़ बनाकर मजबूती से 2200 करोड़ रुपए का आर्थिक राजस्व किया, तो हमें कुछ डिसिप्लिन भी लाना होता। तो हमने देखा कि 5 दिन की जो हम सैलरी RBI से 7.5% पर लोन लेते हैं और जो पेंशन हम देते हैं 1200 करोड़ रुपया हम कर्मचारियों को सैलरी के रूप में देते हैं और 800 करोड़ रुपया हम पेंशन के रूप में देते हैं, यानी दोनों का मिलाकर 2000 करोड़ हो गया। तो 10 दिन में हमें कम से कम 3 करोड़ रुपया इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ता है 1 महीने का। तो हमने कहा कि उसको सिस्टम को स्ट्रीमलाइनिंग करके और सिस्टम की ट्रेजरी को ठीक करके हम एक तो अगले महीने सैलरी जो पहले से करें और पेंशन के मामले में विचार करें। और दूसरा ये है कि हम अपने जो 1 महीने का 30 करोड़ रुपया 7.5% के RBI इंटरेस्ट जो है RBI से जो लगाता है उसको भी ठीक करें। तो हम उस दृष्टि से हमने ये किया है, तो कल उनकी सैलरी सबको मिल जाएगी।
నెల మొదటి తారీఖు నాడు జీతాలు తీసుకొని మనం ప్రభుత్వానికి కొంత సేవలు అందిద్దాము. కొంత సమయం పడుతుంది. ఈ రోజు ఏమాత్రం ఏం చేసుకున్నా ఈ వ్యవస్థ కూడా దెబ్బతింటది. మన మొదటి తారీఖు నాడు జీతాలు ఇవ్వడానికి రిజర్వ్ బ్యాంకు దగ్గర అప్పుడప్పుడు చేబదులు అంటారు కదా అధ్యక్ష, ఊర్లలో అంటాం కదా, బ్యాంక్ లోను షూరిటీస్ కాకుండా చేబదులు మళ్ళీ ఇస్తాం. మీ లెజిటిమేట్ రైట్ DL కావచ్చు, కరువు భత్యం కావచ్చు, ఇవన్నీ మీ లెజిటిమేట్ రైటే. కానీ నిజమైన జీతభత్యాలు మొదటి తారీఖు నాడు ఇవ్వడానికే నిస్సహాయ పరిస్థితి ఉంది. నిస్సహాయ పరిస్థితి ఉన్నప్పుడు అప్పుడప్పుడు మనకు జ్వరం వచ్చినప్పుడు పత్యం పాటిస్తాం అధ్యక్ష.
Now, the Bharatiya Janata Party has hit out at the Congress government, but the Congress has defended the move as mere politics by the BJP.
And it's BJP's mess which we are trying to clear it up and clear the contractors bill also, and some norms has to be redone is because we want to see that the contractors also are being paid on time, and system has to be in place to have a disciplined financial scenario in state of Karnataka.
But it's almost 2 years now, sir. How long can you...
That is the mess created with the BJP. BJP announced for the election purposes, for just for a cheap publicity, they announced the programs which are not in the budget at all, which is not a planned programs at all, for which they borrowed a lot of crores of rupees they borrowed, and which government of Karnataka today, which is led by Siddaramaiah government, is trying to get a financial discipline in place and paying for what BJP has done a mess.
So that, of course, is the political reaction and the political war of words that has now erupted in Karnataka. Viewers, remember, the Siddaramaiah government in Karnataka has changed the clause in the terms of agreement that the government has with the contractors, saying that they will be able to pay their dues as far as possible, clearly leaving the area very grey, leaving the area vague in terms of a deadline or, a timeline that is set for the government to pay their dues. That clearly not changing anytime soon. The contractors, on the other hand, are now protesting, saying this will harm us. This is a way of harassing the contractors. My colleague Imran is with us for more on this. Imran, this tussle between government and contractors now deepening, with the contractors saying that this is a way to harass us and it is only a convenient way for the government to not pay our money back.
Well, the Contractors Association says that this clause will affect them because this will give more power to the babus there. They can delay the amount as they want, and this is unbecoming of the government and the bureaucracy to do it. They feel that already the contractors are reeling under pressure. They have taken a lot of loans to clear the dues, but their work is not being released. According to estimates, total around 32,000 crore rupees is pending. Bill is pending with about contractors with the government, and close to around 3,000 crore rupees worth of amount is there with the government for the BJP contractors, for the Bengaluru contractors. Overall, the state 32,000 crores. And the Contractor Association says that many people have left the profession because of these pending payments. Now, the government is saying that these were payments contractors as announced by the BJP then government, and because of their unplanned spending, this has resulted in a chaos like this, and they're passing the buck on BJP, saying that in order to clear the dues, they need some time, and this is the reason why this clause has been done. But the Contractor Association says that there has been, every government does this. Whenever it comes to payment, they delay it, and now they have put up a new clause that they are not binded within 60 days to clear the dues. It is going to impact their livelihood, and it's going to impact them greatly. Now, they said that they will speak to the government about it. If the government doesn't take back this notification, they have to approach the High Court over this issue.
Right, Imran. So we'll have to wait and watch how the government responds to the Contractors Association. Thanks very much for joining us at the moment, getting us those details.